Boss, I have a topic you're going to love. In today's conversation, I wanted to share with you 5 EIN only bad credit business loans for owners with problematic credit histories. I'm speaking about collections, bankruptcies, charge-offs, etc. Okay, so stick around till the end of today's conversation.
One in a million, one in a million, one in a million. You know they're coming up to me, cause I'm just the kind of flower that's stinging from the beat, but the rhythm's getting higher. Go, 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 go. One in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million, one in a million.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Sort of Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you had to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to share with you 5 EIN only bad credit business loans for owners with problematic credit histories. Okay, so if you have some collections, some bankruptcies, some charge-offs on your credit report, you will love this show. Okay, number 5, we have Fun Box. Our score 8 over 10. So if you're looking for a loan that actually will approve you real quick, that's really good. Funbox is the loan for you. Okay, you have loan amounts from $1,000 to $150,000. You got to have at least 6 months in business and minimum credit score 550 to 600. Okay, and we love this platform because it is an AI powered business lending platform that actually speeds up the application, decision making process, and funding. Okay, so you can be funded within 24 hours, in some cases 72 hours. Okay, so when you are thinking about Fundbox, I want you to think about 2 things. You have 2 options. First, you can apply for a term loan, a business term loan up to $150,000 with repayment terms of 24 or 52 weeks. Okay, 24 or 52 weeks. That's option 1. Option 2, you actually can apply for a business line of credit up to $150,000 with repayment terms of 12 or 24 weeks. Okay, so your available credit goes back up as you repay your line of credit. Very great. What we love here is that Fundbox also have something called Insights Advantage. That's a program that allows you as a business borrower look at your combined balances and cash flow predictions in one place when you are able to connect multiple business bank accounts. Okay, and it also sends you alerts when Fundbox predicts that your cash flow may fall below the set threshold. So this is a pretty good analytical tools. Okay. One thing I want to say here is that let me share with you the pros and cons. Here are the pros. You can receive a decision within 3 minutes. They have a low minimum credit score requirements, and they have next day funding, or in some cases, same day funding. Pretty awesome. Here are the cons. Only short-term repayment terms are available. This could be disruptive to your cash flow, but hey, listen, it is what it is. They have relatively low loans amount and lines of credit amounts. Okay, you're talking about maximum amount of $150,000, and term loan is currently in beta. Actually, it's not available to all applicants across the United States. One thing I want to say here is that the extra details about this loan, you need to be in business for at least 6 months, and your business must make at least $100,000 in annual revenue. Very important. Number 4, we have here On Deck. Our score 8.5 over 10. So when you think about On Deck, I want you to think about one of the best loan options for short-term loans, and they actually cater to folks who have problematic credit histories. Okay, these loans can be EIN only. All these loans can be EIN only, but they also actually will work with you if you don't want the EIN only version. In other words, they will pull your social if you just want to go without EIN. Okay, now let's get back to On Deck. So On Deck, when you think about On Deck, I want you to think about business term loans and lines of credit. Okay, by the way, On Deck is great. They've been around for a while. And what we love here is that we love the fact that they're owned by American Express. So this is a giant in the financial services industry. So they are pretty legit. Okay. Now you can apply either online or by phone, and you can call the number 1-888-269-4246. What we love is that they might ask you for your EIN, the last 3 months of business bank statements, and driver's license number instead of an issuer. So they just want to get like basic identification documents from you, okay? And their loan terms have a repayment terms of up to 24 months, okay? Those are for the short-term loans, 24 months maximum, okay? They do carry an origination fee that goes between 0 and 4%, and an on-deck line of credit has a $20 monthly maintenance fee, okay? But this is waived for the first 6 months if you withdraw at least $5,000 within 1 week of opening the line, okay? And you can actually qualify for an on-deck business loan if you operate your business for at least 1 year, you have a personal FICO score of 600, okay, and you make at least $100,000 in annual gross revenue. I just want to specify these are EIN only business loans, but I'm giving the FICO score requirements because some people don't or cannot apply for a loan using EIN only. But what I'm trying to say here is you have the option to apply without EIN also, okay? So OnDeck is pretty reputable. I mean, they've been around for a while, okay? They have great customer service. You can reach out, you can reach them. And what we love here is that we love the fact that they have a lot of online features to kind of help you not only get funding real fast, okay? And also actually improve your business processes over time. So OnDeck business loans, in our view, are great for businesses that prefer to choose between a term loan and a line of credit, businesses that want up to 2 years to pay off term loans, and businesses that have at least 1 year of operational history, and they make at least $100,000 in annual gross revenue. Very important. Number 3, we have here Bluevine. Our score 8.9 over 10. So when you think about Bluevine, I want you to think right away about business line of credit, okay? So they're great for bad credit, whether you have a bankruptcy, you have collections, not a problem, okay? They'll work with you. And the cool thing here is that the maximum loan amount, in other words, the line of credit amount, is $5 million, okay? So when it comes to Bluevine, they might actually help you also with invoice factoring. We love the fact they have a business checking program. In other words, you can open a business checking account with them, and if you want to boost your approval odds with them, we really recommend that you open a business checking account. Okay, this is really good. And so their loan terms are pretty simple. First of all, the amount goes from $5,000 to $5 million. Okay, but the maturity is very, very, very short. You are talking about 12 weeks. Okay, so those are for the $5 to $5 million. Those are for the loans. For the lines of credit, you can actually borrow up to $250,000. I just need to specify that the $5 million is for the business term loans, but for the line of credit, $250,000, $250,000. Okay, they don't charge origination fees for business line of credit. Okay, and one thing I want to say here is that Bluevine really takes about 24 hours to 48 hours to actually deposit the money to your bank account as soon as you are approved, okay? So they're pretty fast. And it is really a very reputable company, okay? And so their decision process, their loan application process is very fast. They'll ask you a couple of questions. You can actually apply using, you just submit your EIN, a couple of information about your business. They might ask you to connect your bank account to their system so they can see your liquidity level, okay? But it's very fast. So Bluevine business lines of credit are great for businesses that want access to funds quickly, borrowers that want a single source for a business line of credit, invoice factoring, checking account and payments program, and borrowers who with at least a 530 credit score, okay? So overall, the Bluevine business loans are really great, okay? If you are actually making at least $10,000 to $30,000 in monthly revenue, you can actually get the loan, not a problem, okay? But it's always great to give them a call first. You want to call them first so they can actually work you through their program. What we love here is that we love their pros, and they have a few cons too, though. Here are the pros. Invoice factoring credit line as large as $5 million. Disbursement usually happens within 24 hours, and flexible business lines of credit for small to medium-sized businesses with lines up to $250,000. Here are the cons. Blue may require a general lien on business assets, and in some cases, they might ask you for a personal guarantee. But this is really, it depends on the situation, and also depends on the state you are actually applying from. And brand new startup businesses are not accepted. Okay. Number 2, we have here Rapid Finance. Our score 9.3 over 10. We love Rapid Finance because they have a lot of products. I mean, we love them for product availability, okay? And Rapid Finance's small business loans can range from $5,000 to $1 million, and you can get funds to your business bank account within hours of your application and approval. So this is really good. $1 million, okay? And so what types of business loans does Rapid Finance offer? Really, they offer the whole gamut. Okay? You have small business loans, lines of credit, merchant, cash advances, bridge loans, asset-based loans, commercial real estate loans, you name it, okay? And they work in a very fantastic way. So you can apply online for the loan products that they offer. So the information you need to provide depends on the product you want, okay? And so they'll ask you to verify your identity and provide some information, okay? This could be 3 months of bank statements, okay? The fact that you have a problematic credit score or credit report doesn't matter, okay? And so their terms and conditions are pretty reasonable. You are looking at loan amounts from $5,000 to $1 million, okay? And so the maximum loan term for a small business loan is 60 months, and there is a 3-month minimum, okay? And there will also be an interest charge or fixed fee for your loan. And terms can vary by loan product. So I want to tell you something. Be sure to confirm the terms for the product you are considering, okay? And so one thing I want to say is in terms of repayment, they do things their way. So they just automatically withdraw payments from your business bank account, and they don't offer a discount for doing so, okay? And you can qualify if you or have been in business for at least 12 months to 24 months, okay? And you actually have to make sure that you're a legit business. This is very important. And in terms of their geographical geographical operation, they actually are present in all 50 states. So this is really good. It doesn't matter where you apply from. You can actually qualify, okay? And this is a reputable company, okay? Very legit company. And one thing I want to say also is that we love the fact that you actually can apply for a loan from Rapid Finance online, okay? They do sometimes some soft pull if you don't want to apply using EIN. You just want to apply without EIN, okay? And so Rapid Finance business loans are great for businesses that want fast funding, businesses that want a short-term loan, and businesses that want an online application process, okay? And here are the pros. They can fund business loans within hours of your application and approval. Multiple loans are available, and this is what it is. And in some cases, they will, if you're a borrower with fair or bad credit, you can be approved. Here are the cons. Rates are not listed on the website, so we have a problem with price transparency there, APR transparency, and they do require automatic payments. I mean, this could be disruptive for your liquidity, you know. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another section of the Awesome Sweetie Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation today about 5 EIN only bad credit business loans for owners with problematic credit histories. I'm speaking about collections, bankruptcy, charges, etc. Okay, and number 1, the best of the best in our view, Biz to Credit. Our score 9.6 over 10. I mean, we love Biz to Credit for the constellation of loans they offer. I mean, really. And the cool thing here is that the maximum loan amount is $5 million. Think about that. That's just great. And if you decide to apply without EIN, they want a FICO score that starts at 550 and goes all the way to 580. That's the minimum, okay? And so which type of business loans they offer? Well, they offer the whole gamut. You are talking about MCAs, business line of credit, equipment financing, franchise loans, disaster loans, unsecured loans, you name it. Okay, working capital loans, and so they have fees though. They have fees on some of their loan. In some cases, they might ask you to pay an underwriting fee of $250 to $400 for a non-bank loan, such as a merchant cash advance. Okay, if your transaction of course closes. Okay, and one thing I want to say also is that as a borrower, you might have to pay a fee to base the credit after closing bank loans, and the cost depends on the size and the type of transaction. By the way, base to credit is not a direct lender. Just think of them as a middleman. They actually broker the deal for you. They bring the loan to you. They help you get the loan, so you have to pay them something. Okay, and you can qualify for a business to credit business loan if you have revenue of at least $10,000 a month, okay, on average, and you have been in business for 1 year, okay, and their loan approval and disbursement take about 24 hours. Really, 24 hours, and that's what it is. It's really, really fast, and we love them for that. And but the thing is, you need to submit proper documentation. Okay, I mean, because if they're asking you extra documentation and you're just ghosting them, you're not responding to their emails and phone calls and whatnot, of course they can't close it within 24 hours. Okay, and they do offer excellent customer service. We love that. We love them for that. And so business to credits, business loans are best for businesses seeking one source for many loan options, businesses with monthly revenue of at least $10,000, businesses looking for industry-specific loans, okay? And what we love is that here are the pros and cons. The pros. They use a network of financial institutions. That's what I said before. They're not a direct lender, okay? And they will match you as a borrower with loan options, and they offer a wide constellation of loans. Here are the cons. So they function as a platform and not a direct lender, okay? And they allow lending guidelines to actually vary depending on the lender. If you have made it so far, I want to actually bless you with a bonus here. We have found another institution that it works great for folks who have problematic credit histories and are trying to actually get a business loan. And so the bonus here is Credibly. Our score is 7.7 over 10. Credibly, in our view, is best for loan options with quick approval. So if you really seek quick approval, you want to actually go with Credibly, okay? You have loan amounts of $5,000 to $400,000, time in business 6 months, and if you want to apply without EIN, they want you to have a minimum credit score of 500, okay? And we picked it up. We picked Credibly because they actually provide a wide constellation of business loans for bad credit, okay? We're speaking about working capital loans, business lines of credit, and merchant cash advances. Okay, and in addition to that, new businesses may also find it easier to secure financing. In other words, if you are a startup, you can actually secure financing through Credibly. You just have to be in operation for at least 6 months. Okay, that's the minimum. So working capital loans of up to $400,000 are available, and the terms here between 6 and 18 months. Okay, the only thing is, and that's a biggie for us, at least that was a biggie. The only thing is that payments are due daily or weekly. Think about that. That's crazy. I mean, if they're taking money from your bank account every day, you better be really, really sure that you have enough liquidity in the account. But it is what it is, okay? So if a business owner, let's say if you should choose like a business line of credit, you can access credit lines of up to $250,000, okay? And but if you don't like a business line of credit or business loans, you can also qualify for merchant cash advances up to $400,000 with terms between 3 and 18 months. So what I'm trying to tell you here is that here is a player that offers a lot of, I would say, a lot of options. Okay, so here are the pros. You have a wide variety of loan options, low credit score requirements, fast funding times. Here are the cons. The lowest loan amount is $5,000, okay? And they do require daily or weekly payments. That's what it is. And in terms of, so if you want to qualify for financing through Credibly, you must be in business for at least 6 months and have at least $15,000 in average monthly bank deposit, okay? $15,000 in average monthly bank deposit, okay? But the cool thing is that they actually offer same-day approvals and as soon as same-day funding once you are approved. Okay, if you're approved, they are really known to actually send the money directly to your bank account real fast. Let's have a direct conversation about bad credit, problematic credit history. Okay, those are important things I want folks to really understand. When we talk about problematic credit history, of course, if you have collections, if you have some other derogatory items on your credit report, such as collections, bankruptcies, and whatnot, this will affect your credit score. That's for sure, right? So basically, anytime you have a credit score that is below 569, you qualify. You have bad credit. Okay, so what will happen here is that you'll find it difficult to actually secure financing. But the good news is that there are actually bad credit loans. I mean, I've shown you just 6 into this conversation, but there are others. The only thing is you have to be ready to actually pay a little more in terms of APR. That's what it is. Okay, so if you were asking me, can you get a small business loan with bad credit? Yes. You definitely can. Okay. Some might require you to post collateral. In other words, they might want you to pledge collateral so you can collateralize the loan. I mean, a very simple example is equipment financing. If you have equipment financing, you actually collateralizing the loan. Okay. If you have invoice factoring, because an invoice, that's accounts receivable, which is an asset. Okay, so you are actually collateralizing the loan. Same thing for merchant cash advances, which are revenue based loans. Okay, so everything that, like, your bad credit score is not precluding you from getting the credit that you need. Okay, so when we talk about business loans and financing that are easy for bad credit, we have term loans, lines of credit, equipment loans, invoice financing, merchant cash advances, invoice factoring. Okay, so what are the pros and cons of bad credit business loans? Pros: you get the money you need, right? So let's say you need equipment, you need a piece of equipment, marketing, you need cash for marketing, you need inventory funds. You can actually get the cash, okay? And this can potentially raise your credit score if you apply without EIN. In other words, if you apply with your social and you get approved, as soon as you are making on-time payments every month, all the time, your FICO score, your personal FICO score, can go up, okay? Here are the cons. Expect to pay more. I've said this before in terms of your APR. Okay, you will face more scrutiny, and you will qualify for less. It is what it is. You know, they're not going to give you $300,000 if that's the maximum. You probably get to 150 or 100, but $100,000 is still good money to actually turn your business around. Speaking of turning your business around, you can actually use a business line of credit for a lot of things. Okay, a lot of things. I mean, I said earlier that you can actually improve your personal credit with it if you apply again without EIN. Okay, you can also use it to build your business credit score if the lender reports your transactions to Dun & Bradstreet, Experian Commercial, and Equifax Business. Okay. And the thing here is that make sure if you want to get a small business loan, please write a solid business plan. Very important. I mean, a lot of folks just believe that you especially if you have bad credit, because you have more, like, the burden is on you to actually show that you have a legit business, you have a plan, you have a vision, and you have a way to monetary stability. Okay, and you need to find other ways to boost your credit worthiness. So if you have bad credit, you can improve by asking for reference letters indicating timely payments from personal and business creditors as well as vendors. Okay, you also got to ask yourself, why do you need the loan? How do you plan to use the loan proceeds, and what collateral, if any, will you pledge? Okay, has your business applied for other loans? Those are questions you need to think about beforehand. Okay, and how can you actually choose the best bad credit business loans? Really simple. Look at loan options, the eligibility requirements, the cost, and the customer service, among other things. Okay, and so if you are not approved the first time around for a small business loan with bad credit, please don't panic. Do not actually don't be discouraged. There are options. You can lower the loan amounts. You can ask for less. Okay. You can add business partners. In other words, you can have co-signers and co-borrowers who can actually help you, who can actually beef up, who can polish your credit worthiness, or you can seek creative funding. You have a lot of platforms out there, like you have Indiegogo, you have Kickstarter, or you have GoFundMe. Those can help you. You can also ask friends or family members, or even private investors. Some investors that they actually will lend you what they call hard money loans. They will give you hard money loans, and the APR is kind of higher though. The interest rate on those loans is generally high, but you know what? At least you have the cash, and that's what you need in the first place, right? Before I close to this conversation, please check out this short video. We do have here on this show a very strict methodology when it comes to categorizing, listing, and reviewing business loans. And so check this out. All right, let me quickly recap to this conversation. So I share with you 5 EIN only bad credit business loans for owners with problematic credit histories. We are speaking about collections, bankruptcy, charge-offs, etc. So base to credit, number 1, 9.6 over 10. Number 2, rapid finance, 9.3 over 10. Number 3, we have Blue Vine, 8.9 over 10. Number 4, we have On Deck, 8.5 over 10. And number 5, we have Fundbox, 8 over 10. In our bonus category, we have Credibly, 7.7 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I really appreciate it. God bless you. I'll see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.